Nobody warned me that friendship would change this much. Not because people stopped caring, but because life got complicated. And I think that's one of the biggest surprises of adulthood. When I was younger, I thought that friendship would always be simple. School made it easy, college made it easy, even early jobs made it easy. And you were really in close proximity to people, and friendships kind of happen naturally and just kind of flow from that state. But somewhere along the line, things change. And I wasn't really prepared for that.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Sometimes it feels like we're failing at friendship. Group chats go quiet, months pass without talking, you don't see each other as much, and life kind of just takes off on you. This can put you in a bit of a weird space because you start having these mind games go on within yourself. You start wondering if there's some beef on the side that needs to be resolved. You're wondering if you've been iced out or ostracized, and you really kind of have to sit down with yourself and really find the truth of the matter and just realize that sometimes life is just doing this thing. And when life is just doing what it does, getting in the way, it doesn't mean that you're failing or that they're failing. It's just part of growing up. It's adulthood. One of the key things I had to learn in this situation is that life just gets bigger. We go off to start careers, we start families, we move, we take on different ventures, bills, responsibilities. Life grows. And sometimes friendships kind of fall to the wayside unintentionally. Because when life decides to do what it does, things kind of fall to the backside sometimes. When you find yourself in this space, it's important to remember that it doesn't mean that anybody cares any less than before. It's just that priorities have shifted, things have changed, and the friendship has to change with it. Speaking for myself, my priorities have changed in a way that I've really had to be very, very careful to communicate different things that are going on. So that way nobody thinks I'm going ghost. Because I'm pretty bad at responding to group chat messages and different things like that. It's something that I have to constantly be mindful of. But it doesn't mean that I love my friends any less than before. And vice versa. Many of my friends are successful entrepreneurs and they are really focused on building their brands, building businesses, and just trying to hold on to their family life as well and juggle all these responsibilities. And before, there were different times where I would catch myself taking these things personally. But when I found myself in their shoes and trying to grow my own things and so on and so forth, it helped me learn to not take these things so personally. I think the main thing that I've learned when it comes to adult friendships is that you have to be intentional about it. And here's what I mean. As kids, proximity does most of the work for us. So it's easier to maintain friendships and really work on it because you don't have nothing else going on really. But as an adult, intentionality is everything. And what I mean by that is send the text, send the email, respond to the Instagram DM, the TikTok DM, whatever it is. Set time aside to make sure you connect with your people. Let them know that you see them, that you're thinking about them as well. It means a lot. Now, I'll be honest. There have been times where I've dragged my feet on, sending the message at the right time where I've seen it, but I haven't gotten back to it quickly enough because things just get busy. And when I do set that time aside to make sure that I respond, I know that I'm doing my best to hold on to that connection and really try to keep that connection alive and just make sure that my friendship is still being at the top of my priorities list because it's important to have your circle and keep it as strong as possible. And in doing that and taking that approach, I really do believe that there's something significant and meaningful behind that. Another thing to consider is that we really don't need these humongous circles that social media tries to convince us we need to have. Sometimes fewer is better. It's quality over quantity. It's so easy to believe that everybody has this huge circle and that there's so many people following them and supporting them and different things like that.
It's a lie.
But all you really need are just 4 to 5 people in your circle that got your back in a pinch, and that goes a long way. So if you're feeling like your adult friendships are feeling off, I get it. I've been there. But nothing's wrong. It's just life. Life happens, responsibilities change, people move, they start families, they start careers, businesses, whatever. And sometimes friendships are one of those things that you realize you have to work at as well, like any other relationship. So, what I want you to take away is just to be intentional about it. And if these people really mean anything to you, then you'll send the messages, you'll respond, you'll go on the trips, you'll make those attempts to connect and do your best to hold on to it, because the world is getting pretty lonely. And if you have those 4 to 5 people that you can really count on in your circle, do whatever you can to take care of them. Because after all, they are your day ones. But anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.